important for people to feel that they belong. It's important for people to feel that they're needed.
Nobody can do everything by themselves, and yet everybody loves to be the person who can help.
There is a core group of people who will encourage you to get out there and to propel yourself forward.
Everybody has an excuse, be it a disability, be it that you have yard work to do. Everybody has an excuse. It's a matter of just getting out and committing and doing it.
You get that first one in, and suddenly you're doing something that at the beginning seemed just far beyond reach.
Achilles' mission is to enable individuals with all types of disabilities to participate in mainstream sports and also to experience the joy of achievement.
Achilles is a way of letting everybody who wants to be able to run.
When you're running with Achilles, you don't have to be an Ironman or a triathlon kind of athlete.
It depends on the pace that the athlete wants to go.
Achilles pairs up individuals of all disabilities, whether you're blind or in a wheelchair or need crutches.
No matter what your ability level is, even if you're a volunteer.
The first step is showing up one time. And the interesting thing is, people will be asking for you the next time.
I first learned about Achilles International through my company, Cigna, and I guided an athlete from Achilles in New York City, and it was that experience, the energy, the excitement, the joy of achievement that I saw at that race that inspired me to come back and see if we could start a chapter in our own city. It was a bit daunting, but I decided, you know what, if I'm not gonna do it, maybe no one else will. I could not have done it without a core group of volunteers. We formed partnerships with different organizations in the community, such as the Pennsylvania Center for Adopted Sports. We also partner with Philadelphia Runner, a running store just down the street, as well as Cigna. Cigna, the company I work for, is a huge sponsor of Achilles at a national level, and the Cigna Civic Affairs Foundation was kind enough to give us a startup grant. Our very first workout was on September 15th, 2012, and I was thrilled. We had 3 athletes and about a dozen volunteers, and now we've grown. We've probably quadrupled in size since that very first day. Running is kind of a selfish activity or sport. You do it for yourself. One of the greatest things about Achilles is that you can actually help someone get out there and experience the same joy in running that you do every day.
Bringing Achilles to Philadelphia has been really exciting. It has grown a lot faster than I expected it to. I spend the majority of my time in a wheelchair, and when you end up in a wheelchair, you forget that feeling of speed and freedom and just being able to do things. A couple of years ago, I watched the Broad Street run, and I watched the people go by in the racing wheelchairs. I said, you know what, put up or shut up. If you really want to try something, then now's the time to do it. If you could see the pictures of me the first day I rode, I'm grinning like a goon because it's that first time of, I went this fast. I went this fast because of me, because of what I could do.
One of our athletes, Kinsey Lynch, started running with us. He heard about us through his eye doctor.
My son, Kinsey, who is visually impaired, he's a distance runner. Kinsey was looking to increase his distance of running and just to be able to keep on pace outside of the cross-country season in high school.
One of the biggest opportunities that I found through Achilles would be the ability to run during the winter months and to be able to run with other individuals who are as dedicated to running as myself.
My husband is Chris, and he's also visually impaired, so he's kind of inspired Chris to become involved with Achilles. And now it's something that they can kind of do as a father-son team to spend time together.
We have him in his first race. He's been training for a while. We got him to do his first one in over 20 years, I believe.
Hey, boy, awesome. How you doing, buddy?
We've got an athlete, Mark, who joined us. He contacted me because he was interested in running Broad Street, but he didn't sign up early enough and didn't have a bib. And I said, well, we'd love for you to run the race with us, but I'd like you to come out, meet us, train with us. We'll even help you train for your first 10-miler.
She said, jump on board. We're welcome to have you. So here I am. People like me who can't see very well, obviously I can't run by myself. When I see them, you know, it inspires me to run. And when they see me, they say I inspire them. So it's like a two-way street. It's almost like a family away from home. I mean, they're so welcoming, they're so energetic, they're so positive. When you come here, it's just like a breath of fresh air, a positive energy that just fills through you and you just take it from there.
One of my favorite parts of every workout is when I first walk in and see Andrew. He gives me the biggest hug.
Yes.
He's such a sweet kid. Andrew's autistic, and he's always had his dad there with him.
I broke my leg about 6 weeks ago, so I can't run with Andrew anymore until I'm already healed, but they've taken over. Right.
Andrew's not healed.
It's not healed yet, that's right.
It's all gone.
It's almost, so we're almost there. But, so they've taken over the training entirely.
We were afraid that Andrew might not be able to achieve his goal of training for the Broad Street Run without his dad there, but luckily he had his Achilles family.
It's really kind of hard when you have someone with a disability like Andrew's to kind of let go. You are always there with him so much of the time. And so this has started the process where we can actually start letting go.
Running with Andrew, who happens to have autism, and just being out by Boathouse Row in Philadelphia where he just runs by and gives thumbs up to people. He gets this big smile on his face as we run up to other people. It's little things like that that really mean the most to me.
The first time he started to remember the course, he started sprinting ahead, and it was just a great moment for me as a dad to see that he was just wanting to win, which is something that he always just doesn't get a chance to kind of participate in. It's a great activity for him to get out and just enjoy the physicality of running. He really does seem to like it.
To get Broad Street under our belts as Achilles athletes and volunteers is such a personal goal, and I think that we should all be really proud of ourselves. We had an awesome race today. We finished with Kinsey in 1:11. We beat his estimated time. He did awesome. It was a great race. Today was my first race with Achilles with 40,000 of our best friends.
It was a totally different race this year. Where last year I was out here trying to get my best time, and this year was all about how can we get Bruce hydrated and let's run together. And he was great.
It was because of Matt that I was inspired to start a chapter of Achilles in Philadelphia.
Achilles has meant so much to me. It's not just kept me in good shape as I'm getting older, but it's a community. It gives back in so many ways to the volunteers, to the athletes.
Achilles can empower people, can encourage people.
It just takes the barriers out of your way.
Don't let the number of miles discourage you.
It's a great experience. The people are wonderful.
Sleeping in on a Saturday morning is highly overrated.
To be part of something bigger than yourself, you can't really put a measuring stick on that.
The Achilles program in all is just an amazing chapter here in Philadelphia.